right? That's what we're doing. We're preparing towards it. And in the last chapter, we are having this 3 days game night series to prepare us for the challenge board, right? What you should expect in today's question are questions that range from geology, geophysics, geodesy, and a bit of geography, as well as SEG history and SEG related questions. That's what you should expect from today's game night. All right, so we're going to be using an interactive platform called Quizzes. But before we get to that, do you have any questions? Feel free to raise your hand and ask or type it in the chat. Any question, guys? So everyone understands crystal clear everything I've said so far.
Yes, I understood.
All right, thank you, guys. All right, beautiful. Then I think we can go right to it. So for today, we're going to be using an interactive game platform, which is called Quizzes. So I'm going to be sharing the link. I'm going to be sharing the link here, and you guys will be able to log in and play. All right, so let me get the link and share it everyone. So I'm dropping this in the chat now. If you don't have access to the chat, please let me know. If you see a link in the chat, but I forgot to add one thing. So SEG's Challenge Bowl, right? Is they do it regionally. So people in America, in South America, North America, they do their own regionals. People in Europe, they do their own regionals. People in Asia, they do their own regionals. They're not in South in Africa. They majorly do Sub-Saharan Africa. So we do our own regionals as well, right? So at the end of the day, the top three schools from each of these regions are the ones that compete at the global finals. Most of the time, the global finals is held in US, right? Global finals is held in US at Houston, Texas, the George Howe Conventional Center. And last year, they was sponsorship. So each of the winners, I'm talking about first place in each of the regions, gets flown to US to actually participate in the global finals, basically. So who knows if you win, if we go on to win, SEG Unilag chapter goes on to win, might be part of people that are doing GS in August. So just try and yeah, give it your best and have fun while at it, basically. All right, it's currently, let's see, but we're 14, 15 on the call. So let's see if we can get it. If you didn't see the link to join, let me just put it back there. And I'm going to put it in. Let me not do this. All right, let's wait till let me see how many we are now. Right, about 12. 12 currently. Let's wait till 7:50, sorry, 6:50, then we start.
Sorry, has it started?
No.
No, I
Sorry, it
don't
has
think
not
so.
started. We're still waiting for more people to join. It will start in like less than a minute.
No.
All right, we are 19. I'm trying to hold out to see if we can be 20 before we start. We are 19, even though we are 19, we are 17 on the group call, but we're 19 on quizzes. Let's see if we can get to 20, but in the next 1 minute, we just start, regardless of if we got in there or not. All right, we're 20, so I think we can start. All right, so a very quick ground rules for those of us that weren't here when I did the explanation. This game is a test of accuracy, speed, and width. Two key things that are important, accuracy and speed. It's better to be slow and correct than fast and incorrect, right? It's going to be 30 questions, and each question, the time is 10 seconds. You have 10 seconds to answer, right? Then SEG related questions. SEG related questions carry more mark. They are double mark. And the last question carries 5 times. But that is a twist for later, I would say before we start. Right. So SEG related questions carry more mark. And the difficulty is SEG's challenge bowl hard. Right. But I promise you one thing, you're going to learn new things from this. You're going to learn at least one thing today. All right. So without further ado, I think we can start. So how it works, just look at it. The question will pop up on your phone. So you just pick the answer, right, on your various devices, your phones or your laptop or whatever device you are using. All right, so let's start. Three, two, go. 1 second left. All right, so 13, only 13 people answered out of 23. Remember, the test of speed and accuracy, right? All right, so let's go to the next question. Four seconds left. All right, so let's see. All right, so we have Nifemi, Jeff, and Adebowale topping the leaderboard. So the answer is um antiferromagnetism. All right, so let's go to the next question. A bit of history here. If you participated in previous SCG game nights, you would know the answer to this. All right, so spinning the elder. All right, let's go to question 4. Always having 15 out of 25 answer. All right, Lara is coming up. Has to be white. All right, so let's go to the next question. Is your geologic time scale? Sorry, next. True or false? Jeff is coming back home. If Emi doesn't want to leave that first position, I know who you are. All right. So this next question is your geologic time scale. 5 seconds left. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Kenzie from nowhere. So the Cretaceous is a geologic period. TJC, Jurassic, Cretaceous. All right. Anisotropy is synonymous with. This is one of the hardest questions here, too. Let's see how you guys. No one got it. Only one person got it. Highly truthful. All right. So let's go to the next question. A greasing is a altered. Remember Dr. Jekyll as you are picking your answers. Jeremiah Adibo, the greasing is a altered garment. All right. Let's go to the next question. Another name for increased frequency is. So let's see how you guys do. The answer is holding frequency. If Amy doesn't want to leave that top place, you guys should train me away. The answer is holding frequency. All right. So the next question is mass related. A Fourier-like transform is used in seismic processing. Oh yeah, let's have a look at it. It's a really hard question. I feel I should have increased the time for this. Let's see how it goes. All right, so no one got it. The answer is carrying you. You can look it up on the SEG. All right, so we are one third. Well, we have started our journey. We're almost halfway there. Do you guys want to comment? Am I a wicked person? This is the moment to express yourself. Talk to me. How do you guys see it so far? Remember, I said this SEG level hard because that's what we're preparing for. But you guys don't worry. Anything. All right. If you have a question, go ahead and ask. Don't raise your hand just now. Don't raise your hand. So no comments, no additions, no subtractions. All right.
Sorry. Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you. Go ahead. Pedro.
Okay, is this the way the time will be doing the SEG itself?
Similar. So it's also 10 seconds, right?
Oh,
But from tomorrow out, they actually read it out first. They read the question, then it starts time. So tomorrow I would increase the timer to like I would increase the time a bit. I'll give you guys
thank
a
you.
few more seconds. So yeah, it's this fast.
Yeah, it's too fast, guys. It's too fast.
Yeah, I would increase it. Any other question? All right, in the absence of none, let's continue with our game. Guys, I'm not rooting for anything, so let me kick him off the first position. The next question is SEG related question, so try and get it because it carries double marks. All right, and this is the expo. There are only four SEG specific questions in today's game night. So ready when you are. Next question. SEG Executive Committee has been replaced in 2012. So how many members? That is why the SEG questions carry double marks. Yeah, two people got it. That's good to see. 18 people. The executive committee consists of 18 people. All right, so the next question is related to anomalies, a gravity anomaly to be precise. So let's look at it. Yeah, median it's identical. I failed this question in the finals too. That is a spoiler alert. I failed it. So yeah, let's go to the next question. Um, the next question is asking about amplitude variation with offsets in seismic interpretation analysis. That is already giving you. Feel free to guess. So I'll tell you guys a bit of a story when we reach halfway there. But yeah, the next question is related to a view. So if you've not heard of a view, you can do like if you are very fast, you can do like a 1 second Google search. What is a view or a view amplitude variation with offset? Right. So the next question, bright spots we have in gas sciences, which a view response. All right, let's see how the leaderboard is looking like. Wow, you guys want to remove me from me? It's class three. Class three. 11 people got it right. Does that mean Nifemi? Nifemi, did you get it right? All right. So the next question is related to what do you say?
I got it now. I guessed.
The next question is related to Earth's history, related to plate tectonics, right? And breaking up of supercontinents. So let's have a look at. Take note of the age, 2.8 billion years ago. This is why I said take note of the age, 2.8 billion years ago. Pangea formed around 215 million years ago. So I knew that would be the most obvious feature. But we're talking about 2.8 billion years ago. That is like 10 times of that. The answer is Barabara. All right, so the next question is an SEG related question. And by the time we answer the next question, we'll be halfway there. It's talking about one of SEG awards they give people. So let's have a look at it. Remember, it carries double marks. Who was the first recipient of the J. Clarence Catcher Award? Let's see the difficulty. Interesting. Yeah, all three of them got the award in 1996. David Lumley, Martin Dewalt, and James Rector, the third.
No, I remember.
All right. So the next question. Okay, before we move on, I want to give a very quick confession. Last year, when they were doing the selection process for Unilag chapter, I was sleeping. Like I think it was around. This is a very quick story time. It was around 2 p.m. Right, so it was going to happen in the afternoon. I was sleeping, so someone that called me around 2:05 that Alpha, it has started now. I said, "Eh?" So I hadn't even practiced, I hadn't done anything. And in all honesty, I was just getting, I'm like, getting the come. So what am I trying to say? Don't be afraid to guess. Because even Peter Duncan is the moderator for Challenge Bowl. On Peter Duncan is a white man based in US, the founder of microseismic. Some of the questions he doesn't know it. So yeah, so sometimes feel free to guess. There's nothing because remember these difficulty levels range from third year to master's level. So there are many things you might come across like then. But just try and follow your guts, basically. So we're halfway there, and if Femi is still number one, that is very displeasing to me. I want you guys to displease him. Just so that there is everything to fight for. If you're a Madrid fan, you know that second round will always turn up. All right. So the next question is talking about FTG, if you've ever heard it before. Full tensor gradient system. What do they reduce? See your options. Besides motion. And if you look at all the questions, motion is the one that is the odd one out of these three. Longitude, latitude, elevation. Motion is the odd one out. All right. So the next question is concerning seismic data acquisition, especially in marine environment. Asking a speed at which a seismic vessel is traveling at 1 minute. Let's look at it. They have displaced Lifemi and Miyapima a 0.514 meter per second. That is the speed at which a seismic vessel is traveling at 1 minute speed. All right. At this junction again. Okay, not now. Right. Now the next question is the SEG related question. Right. So one thing I'm doing here, one thing that I advise you do after we finish, try and go through SEG's wiki. I don't know if you've heard of SEG wiki. So just look it up. SEG wiki. It's a library that has many things related to geoscience, geophysics, seismic, surface geophysics, and a lot of that. Right. Just try and go through it. You'll see a lot of things. So now the next question is a bit tricky. We're talking about plate tectonics, but SEG model. Now, some different school of thoughts divide the Earth into different number of plates. But how many number of plates does the SEG model divide it into? Let's see the next question. So only one person got it. So most people would actually say most literature you come across online will say 9, but SEG divides it into 15 lithospheric plates, the SEG model. All right. The next question is related to pure and global geophysics. We're talking about a particular feature that is evident on the moon. Let's look at it. Higher from deep, and I see destiny coming up too. So linear swell features that has been evidence on the moon have been explained to be caused by shallow magnetic lava pipes. All right. So in 2022, there was a asteroid that was coming to Earth. Basically, it was incourse landing to Earth. So NASA in the US, what they did was that they sent a spacecraft to hit it to divert it from colliding with Earth. You guys would have already been searching with it. So the question has started. 2022, NASA crashed a spacecraft into an asteroid. What was its name? Remember, I'm immediately competing for top spots. You guys have given me a lot of time and explained that question. Name was Demon Force. Beautiful. Next question is Dr. Julius Leach. I'm talking about crystallography and mineralogy. Let's have a look at it. It's one of the easiest questions here. Remedy and Destiny from Deep. Guys, don't let Dr. Julius see you guys are picked 13. The 7 crystal system. All right. So the next question is talking about altitude, altitude of a particular mountain. So let's find out for the questions. What is the highest mountain in the world? Just by topographic prominence. Okay, one person got it. It's Kangwa. Second highest. Interesting. All right. So the next question is talking about magnetic method of prospecting, right? Especially aeromagnetic method. That's just the it. So let's look at it. I'm not making the same mistake you guys did for that NASA question. The answer is dead zone. All right. So the next question is talking about faulting system. We have different kind of faults: normal, reverse, and strike slip, right? So the next question is related to faults. Let's find out what it says. She reminded us this play. Ayo. Yeah, it's called a double couple. Sure, you guys should have heard Banky mention it before. All right. So the next question is talking about solar system. Solar systems. Let's look at it. I'm not going to tell you more than that. Median iron. Eight. Basically, most people got it. So a star must have six solar masses to maintain the state of a solar nova. So we are 25 questions in, and yes, if any has been displaced, I'm pleased. But I want to hear you guys' comments at this juncture. Your comments, your grievances, your thoughts. Things will don't come and beat me on the road, on the streets of Unilag. Don't hold me. It's SEG questions I'm setting for you. I didn't go and manufacture these questions from someone. It's SEG. Does anyone have something to say? An opinion to raise, a grievance to share? Is the timing too fast? Should I increase the time? Is it okay? Are the questions too simple? Guys, talk to me. I want to hear someone's voice. You guys are giving me silent treatment. Fair enough. Okay. Ayo is typing. Just guess your way through for now. All right. So the next question is related to what a particular lecturer in our department usually, yeah, enunciates on or elucidates. Stress, right? It's talking about vertical, horizontal, minimum stress. Let's see what the question says. Which faulting regime are you? Mention the answer before you're in a strike slip regime. If the vertical component of the stress is larger than the minimum horizontal. or smaller than the maximum result without you are in strike C bedroom. All right. So the next question is related to seismic data processing, especially something related to NMO, that is your normal move out correction. Let's see what it says. When velocity increases in linear depth, NMO velocity increase. The reminder from the it's your NMO velocity increases exponentially with time. Beautiful. All right. So we're in question 27. We have three more questions to go. I want everyone to just take a deep breath. And I want to let you know that with the next three questions, you can actually shake up the leaderboard. The last can become the first. The first can become the last. So don't write yourself off yet. The next three questions are crucial. And to give you a hint, the next question is talking about sedimentary depositional environment, right? Especially alluvial farms. So it's Dr. Patola's section. Let's have a look at it. Guys are allowing the family to come back up. I'm not happy. It's called a bajada. All right, so we have two more questions to go. Two more questions to go. The next question is talking about acids. If I give you any more than this, you guys will Google it and you'll find the answer. All right, the next question is about acids. What is the most abundant natural acid? Everybody will get this thing now. Expo. Carbonic acid, the most abundant natural acid. All right. So now, next question is the final question. And I kid you not, with this final question, you can move from like 10th place to first place because this question carries 5 times the worth of all previous questions. But it's also dependent on your speed and accuracy as well, if you are fast and if you are correct. And it is an SEG related question, right? And SEG has something we call DIS, right? Give you a time to go and Google now. It's related to this SEG's DIS. DIS stands for Distinguished Instructor Short Courses. So the very first SEG disc, what was the topic? Sorry, what was the title? All right. Time-lapse seismic reservoir management. That was the very first distinguished instructor short course by SEG given by Ian Jack in 1986. All right, so let's have a look at the winners for today's first edition of SEG Unilag Game Night Series. Let's see how the leaderboard shaping up. My network is bad. Why now? So at third place we have Jeremiah. Second place we have Ayo. And first place is Ayo. There's like people that are bearing Ayo. People that are bearing Ayo. We put something in their steam. So here you can see the breakdown of how everyone performed. Right. So thank you all for showing up, participating. I'm sure you've learned at least one new thing today. Right. That I'm very sure. Yeah, and I hope you had fun along the way. I'm promising that tomorrow's session will be a bit easier. I'm promising now so that they will not beat me on the streets of Unilag, right? And it will have more time. But yeah, the reason why I did this was just to show you how hard like the actual challenge bowl is when you're representing Unilag on the global stage. But yeah, so a quick pieces of advice. Try and just look up SEG try and look up SEG Challenge Bowl on YouTube because many of the sessions are actually recorded. You see sessions with Latin America, with Europe. Just try and look at it because you don't know whether that's where I get tomorrow questions from. And secondly, just try and just bring through SEG Wiki. Right. I think I can show you SEG Wiki. This SEG Wiki, right? There's a lot of This is an encyclopedia of geoscientific information. You can find a lot of things here from books to articles, to journals, right, to papers, to software, to biographies. A lot of things is found on this SCG wiki. The DISC I asked about the honorary awards, founding members, board of directors. You can find everything on SCG Wiki. So just try and screen through it and you will have an edge tomorrow. Right. So congrats to everyone at right. So top five people here. Right. I have Destiny at fifth place. I have Nifemi at fourth place. I have Jeremiah at third place. I have Ayo at second place, and I have Ayomide at first place. Please, Ayomide, Ayo, and Jeremiah, please um indicate on the group chat. Right. Just indicate. Take a picture, like screenshot your icon now on your phone or your laptop or whatever device you are using. Screenshot it and send it to me. Right, I'll just send it on the general SEG Unilag group chat of Science United. Just indicates. Thank you all for participating today. The final day is Friday, right? And participation, this is going to help prepare you for Friday. Right? Participating for you, you'll be prepared for Friday. I've been did I was there in spirit. I was there in spirit. All right. Do we have any questions, any comments, any suggestions? Please feel free to head them, please. The floor is open. Ask your questions, guys. Right. So I should take this as no question. Everything is crystal clear. All right then. All right. Thank you everyone for joining in today's session. Tomorrow promises to be even better and more exciting. See you there.